Hello, welcome to my channel. I'm Vicky War, founder of Bump and Beyond, and welcome to today's video, Diastasis Recti Healing Exercises Part 2. These exercises are designed to bring the top paired muscle together at your core by targeting and strengthening the deep innermost muscle and also the connective tissue that covers your stomach muscles too. Now this is a follow-up video to my part 1, so I recommend that you follow the exercises in part 1 if you haven't already for a couple of weeks, gain some initial strength before progressing to these exercises in part 2. And you can find part 1 right here. Now you're going to need a resistance band or a mini band, which is probably the preferable option for a couple of the exercises in this video. But if you don't have either of these, then you can grab a pair of tights or nylons because they're kind of stretchy and they will work really well as well. Now for more pregnancy and postnatal exercise videos, remember to subscribe to my channel and hit the bell to be notified of my weekly video releases. And these exercises are the very ones both myself and all my clients have done from all over to help heal their diastasis recti and strengthen their core and to help tone and flatten their tummies. So let's get started. So we're going to start on our knees with the hip flexor stretch. So step 1 foot forward and just make sure that your knee is directly over your ankle. Place your hands onto your thigh and then bring your knee forward, feeling a stretch through your left hip flexor. Bring your left hip in so that it doesn't rotate outwards. And then from here, just reach up with the left arm, take it over the head, and feel that stretch through the side of your waist. And then just breathe in, bring your body back up to central, and we'll do that again, going into the hip flexor stretch, bringing the arm up and over, feeling a stretch through the side of your waist. In and again. And release. And then we'll switch over, stepping forward with the left foot, stretching through the hip flexor, and reaching up and over with the opposite arm. And then release. And we'll repeat that again twice. Just making sure your right hip is facing inwards. One more. And release. And then we're going to come and take a seat. Now, this exercise, the core connection breath, is so important for engaging your deep stomach muscles and also your pelvic floor. So we're going to take a couple of deep breaths, just placing your hand on the lower part of your tummy here. Take a deep breath in, and then feel the tummy muscles just come into the hands, just coming forwards a little bit. There's no need to push them out, okay? And then just bringing your shoulders down and your chest open, breathing out and bring the belly button in, just creating a little bit of tension in the lower part of the tummy. Now we'd also do this exercise on part 1 as well, but it's really important to do these core connection breaths before we go into the exercises so you can really engage with the muscles. So breathing in, just relax your tummy muscles forward, and then breathing out, bring your belly button in and back. Now whilst you're sat, just make sure you're sat really tall onto your sit bones, breathing in so that you're not slouching back. And then breathing out, belly button comes in and back. Good to lift my chest up, sit a little taller, and then breathing in one more time, and then breathing out, bringing your belly button in, slightly up, okay, and just really creating tension in the lower part of your tummy, and then breathing in, relaxing. Excellent. Okay, so now take your mini band or resistance band or pair of tights, whatever you have, and we're going to come into the bridge exercise. First of all, I'm going to take the band, if you have a mini band, all right, over the feet and just place it just above your knees, and then always paying attention to how you're coming down to the floor and how you're getting up off the floor even. You want to roll over onto your knees, come down so that you're not placing any extra pressure on the midline, all right, which can make diastasis recti worse. And then taking the head down onto the floor, just gently roll over onto your back. Okay, so This is a progression from the bridge in part 1. You're going to bring the feet a little closer towards your bottom. Place a mini band, as I said before, just below the knees, and just take the knees so that you can feel resistance in the mini band. Place your hands just on your hips here and try and make sure that your lower back is fairly flat, fairly flush into the floor. Squeeze your 2 glute muscles and then gradually rolling up through your tailbone, lift the hips right up. Okay, coming up into the bridge, coming up onto your shoulders, and then from here, walk your toes out slightly. All right, to again, get that tension in the resistance band or the mini band or the tights. Make sure you've tied the tights, okay? All right, so from here, we're going to take out the knees, going to take the knees out and then bring them in. And you're going to breathe out and breathe in. Now, as you breathe out, really important that you try and bring the belly button kind of inside you. All right, again, creating that tension that we just practiced in the lower part of the tummy. Now stay lifted. You're going to feel your glute muscles really switch on here. Wow. Okay, we're going to do 4 more of these. 3 more. 2 more, 1 more. Now, we're going to hold it here. We're going to have that resistance in the band, and we're just going to pulse, okay, out and in. What this exercise is doing is also engaging your inner thigh muscles as well as your glutes, and these muscles are all surrounded and all connected to your core. So you might think, well, hang on a minute, thought I was targeting my tummy muscles, but all right, it's really crucial to target the larger muscle groups, all right, particularly the glutes, because they're all connected. And we also want to go deep and be strengthening our pelvic floor muscle as well to help the healing of the diastasis recti. All right, so we're going to do a couple more pulses, 1 more, and then gradually breathing in, slowly lower down to the floor. And you want to come down middle part of your spine first, then roll through to the lower part of your spine, and then the tailbone last. Now we're going to repeat that exercise all over again. So we're going to squeeze the glutes, roll up through the tailbone, lift right up, taking the knees out and then bringing them in, back to the center. Staying as lifted as you can with your pelvis, with your body. All right, and yes, you're gonna feel it in those glutes. Lifting up the pelvic floor and then breathing out each time you're taking your knees out. Got 4 more of these. 3, 2 more, 1 more. Now hold it out and it's pulsing. And try and breathe out on each pulse. So 8 more, 7, 6. Yes, you're going to feel it in those glute muscles, probably quite a lot. 4 more, 3, 2, 1. And then gradually rolling your spine down to the floor, middle part of the back, lower part of the back, and then the tailbone last. Okay, so we're now going to go into the bridge with a tilt. So same thing, roll through the spine, lift the tailbone, come right up with your hips, all right? And then from here, we're gonna keep that band tight, all right, with resistance. We're going to drop one hip, tilt the other hip upwards, and then bring the hip back down to the center, keeping the hips level, and then lift the other hip up and back down to the center, keeping it level. So breathe out as you tilt the hip up, and then breathe in as you bring it back level. Breathing out, and then breathing in. Now be sure to keep squeezing through your glutes. Just make sure that you avoid arching your lower back. It's just a gentle, kind of subtle tilt. And in part 1, we do the same exercise but without the band. So by adding the band, we've got a little added resistance and extra additional targeting of the inner thigh muscles linked and connected to the pelvic floor. So you have the advantage of strengthening the pelvic floor muscle as well, which you always want to do when you're attempting to heal diastasis recti. You've got to make sure those exercises are targeted, okay, to strengthening core and pelvic floor. Well, pelvic floor is all part of your core. Okay, so we've got 4 more of these. Gentle tilt to each side. 2 more, feeling it in your glutes. 1 more each side. Good, and then slowly lower down. Now we're going to do another set of those, so quick break and then squeeze those glutes, lift back up again, coming right back up onto the shoulders, tilt, and then bring it to the center, tilt, and bring it to the center. So breathing out, remember, on each tilt. Last few. 1 more. Whew. And then gradually lower down to the floor. Remember, middle part of the back, lower part of the back or spine, and then gradually your tailbone. Okay, excellent. So we're going to roll over onto our side. If you have a mini band, you're just going to take that off. The resistance band as well. All right, or the pair of tights. And then again, coming down onto your side, rolling back onto your back for the leg slides. All right, now, again, progression from part 1. We're going to lift the foot off the floor. I'm going to actually do this leg. It's closer to you first. And I'm going to flex my foot. So from here, I'm going to bring the knee towards the chest. Draw down my belly button again. Okay, so again, we're creating tension all the time, and then lower part of the tummy. All right, and then keeping the ribs down and relaxed, trying to avoid the temptation to lift the ribs up. All right, arms by your sides. Take a deep breath out and slowly flexing your foot, push through your heel to straighten your leg. And then bring the knee towards the chest. And we'll repeat that again. Pressing into your shoulder blades. Breathing out. And then breathing in to bring the knee towards the chest. Now we're doing about 12 to 15 repetitions of this one, staying on the same leg first of all. And then with the second set, we're going to alternate, all right, the legs. Now remember, this isn't really about the leg muscles. This is all about powering the movement from the center here of your body. All right, so remember, you want to imagine you're scooping out ice cream, breathing out, breathing in. This is one of my favorite exercises for helping heal diastasis recti. It's fairly gentle, but it really helps you to, connect deeply. And that's what it's all about when you're in that healing process and want to bring the top superficial muscle together at the midline. 2 more. Well done, 1 more. And then gradually just place the foot back down on the floor. So we're repeating the same action with the other leg. So breathing out as you straighten the leg, pushing through the heel, keeping the foot flexed. And then breathing in as you bring the knee towards the chest. Just pushing into your arms, your hands, and also your triceps as well. Remember, scooping down the belly button. Now we'll do 5 more. Two more. Last one. And place the foot onto the floor. Now the same thing, we're going to alternate. So lifting this foot off the floor, flexing the foot. Now slide the foot away, bring it back, place it on the floor. Do the same on the other side. Or other leg, I should say. Now, if you do want to take this a little further and you feel you have the strength and you have the ability to keep that tension, then what you can do is take both feet off the floor, flex the feet, and alternate between one and then the other. But you want to make sure that you can keep your lower back flush into the floor. This is really more of a progression than the previous exercise. So, if you're just starting out strengthening, you followed part 1 video, my part 1 video for a few weeks, and you've just started this video with your progression, then you pretty much want to keep both feet on the floor and alternate between doing one and then the other. And this is really just a variation. It's not any harder than when we did all the repetitions on one leg and then the other. All right, it just adds a little bit of variety, all right, to your workout, which I always like to do just to keep things spiced up. All right, 4 more. So remember, you've got that progression, you've got that more advanced version if should you choose to go with that. 1 more on each leg. Breathing out, breathing in, placing the foot back onto the floor. Excellent. Okay, roll over onto your side, gradually come up. So we're now going to move on to a couple of standing exercises. All right, so we're going to come up off the floor. Okay, this next exercise is the wall slide. It's really going to open out your chest and your shoulders, but also really encourage you to bring the muscles back together. So try and find some space against a wall and just bring your feet roughly about half a foot or a foot away from the wall. Take your arms up, okay, into the position where you have your elbows bent at 90 degrees. And we're just going to slide the hands and the forearms up the wall, taking the hands and arms up into a kind of Y shape, and then bringing them back down to a W shape. So you're bringing your elbows down slightly, all right, in towards your rib cage. So you're breathing out, taking the arms up, and then breathing in. Just make sure that your lower back is fairly close into the wall and you haven't arched away from the wall. So breathing out, and then breathing in. You might find that this is tricky for you. You might find you're very tight through the chest, all right, and the upper part of your arms. And if you're feeding your baby regularly, that could well be the case, because many of us, you know, many mums adopt a kind of rounded shoulder position because they're looking down at their babies a lot, feeding babies, or maybe typically just post-pregnancy. The posture's changed, so the shoulders can become tight and kind of around it. So this is a great one for helping with your posture, but not only that, what we're doing is focusing on bringing those muscles back together as you slide your arms up, breathing out, and then breathing in. Okay, let's try 2 more. 1 more. And breathing in. Excellent. Okay, so we'll come away from the wall now. All right, and then we're going to go into the body weight squat. So just standing with your feet hip width apart, taking your hands just in front of the chest. We're going to sit back at the hips, take the bottom backwards and down. Now from here, you can choose to take your arms out. All right, lifting the chest, just making sure you're not arching your lower back, and then breathing out to come back up. So shoot from this front now. We'll just do this together. So we're going to try for about 15 repetitions. You don't need to go too low. All right, but what I love about this one, and again, it's really helping with your posture. Just make sure that you've got that breathing. So we're breathing in as we go down towards the floor, and then breathing out, drawing the belly button in as you return to standing. We'll do 4 more. One more. And rest. Alrighty, so just roll the shoulders around, and then we're going to go into a 1 more set. So again, breathing into lower, taking the arms up into a Y shape, and breathing out to come back up. Showing you from the side again. Sitting back of the hips. Two more. 4 more. Great, well done. So next up is the body weight lunge. So start with your feet together and your hands onto your hips. Step forward with your right foot and just make sure the front foot is completely flat onto the floor. Lift the back heel up and then just dropping down from the hips, bringing your belly button in at this point, and then as you come up to standing, breathing out. So it's all about bringing the muscles together here, all right, as you're coming up. So breathing in, fairly relaxed, and then breathing out, creating that tension as you come up. Shoulders are down and relaxed. Chest is lifted. And just take your time with this one, because sometimes after pregnancy, we can be a little unstable through the pelvis, and it's all about strengthening and creating balance again. 2 more. 1 more. Great, and then step back, take your time, and then step forward with the other foot, left foot, lifting the back heel up off the floor, dropping straight down at the hips, and then coming back up. So you're breathing in as you lower, breathing out as you come up. This one you will also feel in your thighs. Make sure, tip, you squeeze your glute muscles together as well. All right, as you're coming up to help strengthen your glutes. And just be sure that this knee doesn't cave inwards. So sometimes it's helpful just to hold on to a wall as well if you're just, starting to improve your balance. And, as you create more strength and stability around your pelvis. 2 more. 1 more. Good, and then stepping back. And then we're doing 1 more set. This time I'm going to show you from the side. So stepping forward, back knee goes straight down towards the floor. You may not be able to come as low. Okay, that's all right. If you're just here, all good. All right, so breathing in as you lower, breathing out as you come up. Remember, it's always good to go slowly when you're just learning an exercise. All right, remember you can always pause. That's the beauty of these videos. All right, and just double check your position, the breathing out as we come up. 2 more. 1 more. 4. And step back. So yes, you are going to feel it through your thighs, through your glutes. All right, but this is just a really great one for strengthening these muscles here. So remember that your arms and your legs are just powered from your core. All right, so switching legs. Let's drop the back knee down towards the floor, bringing the body back up. Remembering to keep this front knee behind your toe. All right, so we're going to do 8 more. Last 4. Shoulders down, relaxed, chest lifted. 2 more. Last 1. Coming up and stepping back. Okay, so we're going into the last exercise, which is the standing V row. So you'll need your resistance band for this one, or your mini band. All right, and when they're going to, if you've got a mini band, then just place each hand into the inside of the mini band with your palms and wrists facing away from you. And then feet shoulder width apart. Stretch the mini band, and you're just going to bring the mini band up towards the chest. You've got to slightly lean forward with the upper body, and then breathing in and lower the band down. And if you're doing this with a resistance band, then you're just holding the resistance band here in the center, and the ends are kind of hanging down, okay? So again, you're just pulling the resistance band, okay, away, or creating tension in the resistance band as you're bringing your elbows up. So you must keep that tension in the band. So breathing out, taking the hands slightly away, breathing in, knuckles pointing down. So you're bringing your hands away from each other, taking the elbows up and out, bringing the elbows up and level with your shoulders. And the breathing is really important, so you're breathing out. Again, trying to create that tension in the lower part of your stomach muscles. Breathing in as you lower. Taking the arms straight. And just make sure your movements are fairly strong here. Okay, so you're working with intention. Taking the shoulder blades, kind of you're sort of squeezing your shoulder blades together as you lift your elbows up and out. One more. And release. So one more set. Taking the hands inside the mini band here, and then bringing the elbows up and out to the side, up level with your shoulders. Shoulder blades squeeze together. Breathing out, breathing in. Now I know this is standing and you might be used to kind of doing a lot of your exercises on the floor, lying on your back, but this is so important to be engaging those muscles and trying to heal them and heal them when you're standing as well. All right. Again, just imagine you're picking your baby up off the floor here. You're breathing out and bringing the belly button in. So important. We've got two more. It's also a bit of a workout for the arms. Okay, one more and release. Excellent. So just going to throw my mini band down there. And oh, well done. That's today's Diastasis Recti Healing Exercises done. So be sure to repeat this video again for several weeks, all right, so that you can really feel some connection, you can really see or notice a difference, and also just make sure that you're eating the right kind of foods to help strengthening your connective tissue as well. So if you want some more help with your stomach muscles and to also perhaps tone and strengthen other muscles of your body as well, then check out Bump and Beyond online studio for pregnancy and postnatal. And remember to like this video, share it with all your mummy friends, and subscribe to my channel for more pregnancy and postnatal exercise videos released every week. As I always love to hear from you, comment in the box below. Tell me what other muscles you would like to tone up or strengthen, and I'll be sure to create a video for you. As always, I'm wishing you a fit and healthy motherhood. Thank you so much for sharing your time and energy with me today, and I'll see you next time.